All right, good afternoon, everybody out there. How are you all doing today? It was another marvelous day yesterday in trading. I gotta say, I came on this morning. I did a really quick update for everybody. You know, I was exhausted last night. I did place that little tiny long, and it's not often when you can call both up and down targets and hit them all, which is pretty crazy. It's my first time I've ever done that. It's the first time I've ever remembered doing that. So that's the very first time I've ever called an up and down target on multiple tokens, multiple coins. Was crazy. I have to say I was pretty damn. I don't know if it was lucky or whatever it was, but it was pretty great. I was a little bit disappointed last night that I didn't hit this shot up here, and then sure enough, I said, I typed in there, I said I'm gonna leave this open, and I left it open, and I had a feeling it was gonna go up. I put that in our VIP chat, and I said this thing is gonna bounce, and sure enough, it did. It bounced, went up, hit my target perfectly. Came back down. Now, all the while, it had hit every single target on my low end for all of my alts. So that goes for TRX, Litecoin. I called all the EOS. I called all those on those low targets. And I did find every single one of them. I did hit every single target I was after, which was pretty crazy. So I was kind of excited about that to wake up and see that happen. So now we've got the end of the day here, and my first recommendation is that I'm just going to throw this up there. This is a tough trade area. So right here, I don't really see any easy trades. I don't. I'm looking here to see if I find some kind of a super easy trade here. I'm still sitting in my short trade. This candle does not tell me anything. This the 12-hour candle doesn't tell me anything on BTC. Let's just go through the BTC charts really quick. So the candle doesn't tell me anything. I did expect this to come together on this 12-hour. So here you go. Watch the 6-hour cross. And the 12-hour, you got the 100 and the 30 coming together. Let's go down and peek at the 6-hour. Nope, see, nothing. So there was the 200 and the 30. So the 30 started diving because the price is diving. Now on the 60, you did have this, on the 6-hour chart, you do have this doji candle right here, which is a trend reversal candle, right? You look for something like this. This can be a neutral candle. This can be a trend reversal coming soon candle. Either one. So doesn't really help me. This is neutral to me. When I look at this chart, there's no support here below this on the 6-hour. We're going to go down to the 4-hour. Just nothing. Looks like, this doesn't help me either. There's no support underneath here. No MA crossovers. This doesn't help me either. So 6-hour, nope, no help. There's just no help for me on BTC here to make any kind of an easy call trade, right? I just can't make an easy call trade. Now, these are almost touching. They're not touching yet. These are very slow moving MAs. You've got the 100 and the 30. So, unless this thing just completely tanks out of the sky, then what's going to happen is this 30 is just going to roll south. The 100 is just going to continue marching on, and it'll angle a little bit. But unless this thing pops up pretty substantially, you won't get that crossover of the 30 until this 12-hour candle plays out. Support, we're right on the support level. We're dead on right here on the support level. Now, we do have a red 2 trading below a red 1. Let's see how this plays out. I have told all of our members and all of our group, you should still be in your same damn short trade. There's no reason to get out of this trade. We never left this trade. If you've been following me, I've been saying this over and over and over again. There was never a reason to get out of this trade. Now, I did take profit on this trade. We did get a nice wicked bounce, but I never got stomped out of my EOS short. I'm still in really, really substantial profit on it. I'm probably up 20% right now, and I will post that after this video. But I'm probably up 20% on my EOS trade. Now, I did stack more. I doubled my position. So I took half of my position out. We bounced up. I doubled my position again. It bounced down. So I'm looking good here. The indicator, look, we had a great call on the on until 1 million's beast scalper. It made a perfect call on this. I mean, this was kind of an easy call, but this was a great call. We did get a 9. You see that the 9, I would consider this bleeding with the 9. It tried. This is a rising wedge. It did pop. Then it went to a falling wedge. It popped up. And then now it's completely tanked down. And we look to be heading down. We look to be trending down right now in our, trend. Now, we have no support below us for anything here on the 12-hour. Let's go over to the 1-day. You guys know I love the 12-hour chart. Okay, so here's the 1-day chart. Here's our 128-day, which I told you guys is like gospel. This thing is like gospel right here. On the 1-day, this is a very, it's a good candle. I mean, it's not long enough. This wick isn't really long enough to say this is a, you know, some kind of a shooting star candle for me. That the bottom didn't stay far enough down. So this is a tough candle to play right here. Like I said, we are. Now, if you look at all of my, everything I've said, I said this is the test area, right? This is the test. Now, if you look at my notes, BTC is weaker than LTC because there's no support right here. There's nothing below us. Look, there's nothing here till 7,100 and no crosses below us. There's nothing here until, nope, that's nothing. You're not, nothing until 6,700 on the 12-hour chart. So this is all historical. You've got one historical point. Possibly, then you've got this second historical point right here is our catch. There is nothing. There's nothing holding BTC up right now, right? Absolutely nothing. So we're just, you know, looks like it's creating a little bit of a rising wedge right here. So it started off a little bit of a rising wedge. I don't see anything. I don't see this as a bullish and or bearish candle. This doesn't give me like any insta trade. I'm still in my short position, still chilling. I don't see a reason for this to take off to the moon. If this would have crossed, I would have seen a bump, but I don't see that. All right, so there that is. Now let's take a peek over here at our Litecoin. Okay, so Litecoin is the one that Forbes has decided to announce, and thank God for them coming and letting me know this. Otherwise, I would be lost without them. I now know that I need to follow Litecoin in order to make my predictions better. I'm super excited to have this knowledge. I would like to point out that here was my arrow. This arrow has been sitting here for days. All right, so a day and 2 days. 2 days. So I've had this arrow here for 2 days. We did successfully hit my target. Okay. So I called this target 2 days ago. This target did hit my target from 2 days ago. This was a green 9. It fell out. We did start a brand new countdown. We have a 1 to 4 count. Now, if this were to turn around, it has got to turn around here. So you look for the retracement to be 1 to 4. Now, I wouldn't count this as 4. If this is going to go back up, I would look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be the 6th candle right here. Okay. This candle right here, not really not exactly a spinning top. You got a little bit too much love on the top right there. Looks like this candle right here, and just kept falling out. We are on a red 3. Like I said, so here's my thing. If this breaks right here, okay, let me peel this stuff off. If this area breaks right here, and look, you've got this parallel channel of both of these MAs right here on the 12-hour. If this breaks down, that 30 is going to move faster than this 50. If this breaks down below $81, and that's what I have written on here. Let's go back. Thought I had written on here somewhere. Oh, 81, right here. Okay, if this does break this $81 mark right here, okay, this 30 will snap over onto this, onto the 50. All right, it would give us it would give us a very bearish crossover right there. It would take a lot right now for this to go up, though. This is going to take a lot for this 50 to angle up, because what's going to happen if this does go up, the 30 is going to go up faster than the 50. So you're not really going to get the a golden or a bullish cross like you would expect or to hope for if you're a bull right here, okay? Now, looking at this right here, you've got all the support right here. If this does break, there is very, very little support below. Right? There's no, this is, so I would be targeting $78 and $75, and then my third target would be $71. Okay, so this is kind of where I would see this cycle. My bottom target, I'm not going to get, I'm not saying this is where it's going, but this would be my bottom target right here if we would have a catastrophic fallout here, okay? Because there's just nothing down here. We've got no support here. Same thing with BTC. Now, BTC does have a lot of support much lower. Let's go see if we can find support lower. Nothing on the daily. Nothing. All right, so here we go. We are on the 3-day right here. We have, look at this. Look at this 200-day. Look at the power of the 200, right? Snap that wick perfect. Broke through. Tucked back up. This is a 3-day, so came back. We tapped it. We did a little pokey dance. Bounced off it. Now we are trapped. This is a squeeze play. All right, so we're in a squeeze. Remember, this blue line is our 7MA. I don't get excited about this. It's going to be tough to break this 200-day right here because this 200-day is brutal. And this the 7-day is just nothing. This is our water MA. So you look at the 7 came on down. The price tracked with the 7. You've been... This is a last-ditch effort. If this breaks, let's pull up our weekly. There you go. So there's my low target right there. And henceforth why I got my bubble. Oh, there's my bubble right down there. So I'm saying, I said $71. Your MA is down here to $70. So if this does break, this could get really ugly really fast. There's just nothing. So your next support is down here at $70 on the weekly chart. There's nothing below Litecoin. Litecoin has got to hold right here. That's it. That's it. If you guys want to know what has to happen right here, Litecoin has got to hold this area. It's that simple. Let's go back over to our bubble charts, the money charts. Okay, so this specifically says, and it's been sitting here, you got to test this area. The bulls have to hold this area, and this is where they can do it, right? Look, there's nothing over here holding this area. This is a BTC chart right here. This is my BTC RSI. There's nothing here holding this, right? This is the support area that's being held, and look at how the BTC chart is reacting to the LTC support area. Right? It's crazy. Like this, there shouldn't be anything here. We should be freaking falling out here on BTC. There's nothing. This is trying to fold over based on this right here. It's a crazy correlation between these two. Right? You'd think you could just totally get rid of Bitcoin. And if you were looking at this, you would say, oh, look at that. He's testing the MAs, and this is trying to roll back over on these MAs. You know? I'm just not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. Right? It's just so weird that it's just two completely different coins, but these two are acting the same, and this one is just held up right now. Okay? Going over to our MACD, we did get a complete fold over on our MACD. Now, what we have to be very wary of is this crossing. So your MACD is going to come down once it does cross over right here. This will get vicious, and when I mean vicious, I mean ugly. I mean like straight vampire scary movie ugly, okay? So we need to watch this cross. This can accelerate pretty quickly. Remember, this is a lagging indicator. This bubble chart is still extremely, extremely accurate. All right. So there's that, and I just want to keep this Litecoin chart up right here. This is the only chart you need to be watching right now for the salvation of crypto. If you're in a long and you're trying to hold your long trade right here, and this thing snaps, it's in trouble. Look, here's my older chart where I said I suck, I missed, right? I guess I can retract that. I got it. Hit perfect. Once again, the man, the myth, the legend. Wow. Nice. Good call. All right. So I'm trying to make this daily updates as quickly as I can. Let's get over here. So here is EOS. All right. So let's take a look at EOS. EOS is bad. EOS, let's look at all the weakness on EOS, right? So we did break below the 12-hour of all the MAs. We have started to trade below. We are on a 4. This candle looks very it looks very, oh man, this is it looks like the biggest spinning top I've ever seen. I'd have to call this a long line candle. So this would be a long line candle. Look at this insane hanging man here. Right now, I would call this a hanging man because the price was down, then it came up. If I would have seen this at the bottom of the trend hanging off the bottom, yeah, I would have definitely called that a reversal candle. EOS though, look, here it is. Just no support down here on the 12 hours. No support on the daily. And absolutely nothing on the 3-day. Weeklies found support. We're looking at support about $7. So let me go back to the 12-hour. I'm going to bring up my notes. All right. So I did hit my target perfect right here. This is my bubble, believe it or not. Let's go back. I got to go to 6 hours. There's my bubble. So there's my bubble. So I did hit my target perfect down here. We did get this spinning top. So take a look at this spinning top on the 6-hour chart. So this is a doji spinning topish, right? Super close to a spinning top right here. This is a little more, this is right between a doji and a spinning top. This is a toughie. Right, what's funny is different exchanges have different exchanges actually have different views of that, because when I go over and I look on my, no, my other exchange is the same. So this is a spinning top doji candle. You know, I would have said this might have possibly been a little bullish. It's clearly not. It is just totally tanking out. Okay, so here you have on the 6-hour, you're inside of this squeeze zone right here. So you do have this squeeze play. This candle, I don't know, man. That's a tough candle right there to call. Let's go to the 4-hour. I want to see what the 4-hour candle was. Nothing. Didn't help us out at all. Let's go to the 12-hour candle. Sorry. Let's go look at the 12-hour setup. It just had this long line candle. It's hard to make a call off of that one. See, look, this is like a long line candle right there. That's a toughie. You know, this just was a continuation. Tough. So it's coming down. It's going to retest this zone again. If it does retest this zone, you do have your next two targets down. $7.50, and then below that I've got $6.88 if it does really break. Okay. Break the 8-hour mark, 7:30 bear cross, pushes EOS. Let's see, where is that? Okay, so bearish cross above on the 6-hour. Nothing anywhere else. There's no help up and or down for, oh, there it is right there. Okay, so there it is. Yep. So you did have a death cross on the daily chart on EOS. So I am looking for this down. Okay. Waiting for the daily close tomorrow. So we did have, so there's the 7, there's the 30. So this would only be considered a bullish cross, a bearish cross, I'm saying. Not a death cross. Let's just call it a bearish cross. And we're going to change the notes in here. Cross confirmed. Daily. lower, push, down. Okay, so I am expecting to see this go down. All right, so I would put my targets, you know, and I'd loosely put my next target at, I'd loosely put my next target right here. And with the expectation of hitting 6.81. I don't feel this. There's nothing here. You know, you do have a lot of consolidation right here at the $7.30 mark. So there you go. You do have that. But I would be targeting $7.51 right here. Right, so I see this coming down. This is a target right here. I'm just going to put a different color circle on that. How about we put like a blue, right? We'll put a blue circle on that, right? This is a lot of support. Let's put a purple. We're going to put a purple because purple is our bounce zone. So if this did bounce, I could see this bouncing here if it did bounce, right? So let's go back up here, and then we're going to retitle it. We're going to add some verbiage. I would call this purple bounce, and let's call that, what is that, $7.35, 7.35. Okay, and we'll change this to purple. There we go. All right, so this is, you know, because of this cross, yeah, I can easily see this coming all the way down here, hitting and bouncing. To break this, though, this would be your next kind of support level right there. All right, Tron. Let's take a look at Tron. Okay, so Tron, bad, bearish cross on Tron. We're going to wipe this off. So bearish cross on Tron. You had a 1 cross. You had 2 cross. You now have the 7. It's headed down here on the 6 hour. It's going to cross again. I'm expecting this to bleed out. My target is down here at 3.3 cents. This is still my target. I'm going to hold that target. Okay, let's go to the 4 hour. Oh, Jesus Lord. Okay, so we talked about this yesterday. Here's your 9. Look at this sucker just bleed, 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 bleed. Bearish cross, bearish cross, bearish cross. This is not good. This is all very, very bad. I would expect to see a bounce down here. Fingers crossed, that's where it holds. Okay. Fingers crossed, this is where this bounces right here. All right. And let me see if I can find any other help for this. Boy, man, TRX has just got a world of craziness down here. I would have to say right there, 3 cents. Let's go down here and get deep. Let's dig into this. There's one. It's tough right in here. This is tough to find confluence right in this zone. Give me 1 second. I just kind of want to pinpoint this out as good as I could. This is a tough one right here. Right there. This might, no. I mean, maybe right in here, right? Maybe right there. So, all right. So let's take a look. Yep. Okay. So this first one's good. All right. So that's good. That's perfect right there. Okay. So you got a lot of support right down here. Let's there you go. Yes, and I'm not going to make that purple. I'm just going to make that red. So this would be my second bearish target. I would look to see a bounce in here somewhere. There's got to be a freaking bounce. There's got to be some, you know, I would say if we did have a bounce, let's put this puppy right in here. I would say this is possibly where I'd be. I mean, possible bounce right there, right? And probably right there, okay? So possible bounce, probable bounce right there. IOTA, just dying, just about to die. Okay, so you're gonna do, once again, you did made a bear cross. You do have a second cross. It is touching. It is not crossed yet. It's not a confirmed cross, but it will be. If this drops down any further, that 7 will just run right through it. It doesn't matter the time frame right there. Going to the 6 hour. Look at this. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. Just bang, bang, bang. Super ugly. These cross have played out. These have played out in my mind. I don't think the only one that would be affecting that would be look at this right here. That was ugly too. Now, when it crosses all these moving averages are touching and it crosses, it only counts as one. So you don't count this as 2 crosses when they're crossing. And support levels, all nothing, just the same. I mean, my target is still, let's put a baby target right here. I don't think it'll hold, but, let's see what happens. Still would shoot for down here. So, there we go. And from what I think we have, there you go. Yep. So that's it. This has got some good support running all the way across. Okay. If that bounced, I would see this bounce here. There we go. All right. So there we go. That's all I got for you. So looking here, once again, I am going to say this is a tough trade area, okay? If you've not gotten into a trade already here, right, I would wait. So we're just going to put this up here. I would wait for the test area to break. On the, what is that, 12-hour LTC. And 12-hour BTC. Right, so this is kind of what I would just be waiting for right here. I want to see this test area snap right here. You're in it. I want to see this get down to here. The same thing. I would be watching. I want to see this break right here. This has got to break the 81 bucks. It's trying to hold it. But if you want to get into a safer trade, because look, there's nothing down here. Once you get below this, there's no support for Litecoin, so it'll be an easier short trade position. This is it. This is the test right now. Now, I would be putting this down here, and I would be turning this purple, right? Looking for a bounce on these purple areas. So this did not. So now we're looking for a purple bounce. Let's move this here. Okay. So look at how just money this damn chart is. Let's go. Looking for a I'm not going to put that. I'm just going to put, here's what I'm going to put. All right, purple circles are bounce bubbles, okay? So we are into the bounce bubble area. Okay, so here we are at the bounce bubble. So you've come down. Let's see where this puppy is. Bounce before. There we go. Okay, so we're going to throw this right here. Right take that right there. We're going to turn this thing purple. There you go. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to move this right there. Yep, that's it. So I would not look for a bounce until the purple circle. There it is. Okay. So I would not look for a bounce until this purple circle right here. Let's make this smaller. There we go. All right. Super exciting, good stuff. Yeah, that's my trade advice for right now. If you're not getting into a trade, you haven't been in a trade, just be safe. Just wait for this to break. This is where my bounce, like this bounce area would correspond with this target down here. It would also correspond with this target down here, 7,100, and I think that all looks good.